Oh, that's a valid question. Why is it wild for men wanting options or other women, in your opinion?
Hey man, burro man. You know me, I talk all the time. So
Burro.
if that happens, everyone's getting lit.
Okay.
Why is it bad
I don't
for
get it.
men wanting options?
I don't think it's a bad thing that men desire options. I think that it only becomes a problem when it's like, when do you set that balance of like, let me try to explore this one before you guys decide to like jump around? And then what was the second part of the question?
When you said this one, you mean like being only one person?
Yeah, like exploring that option of like whatever it's going to go with that person.
Okay.
And then I do find like if people do say that they want to not do like monogamy, they don't really speak up about it. So it's kind of odd.
And he mentioned when women want men to have everything in place, like for example, the house, the car.
No, exactly.
height,
And
money, lifestyle.
that just goes back to what I was saying earlier, where women do lack accountability. So going back to the original question, which is like, how would it fix? What women would have to start with that, being accountable and like looking into each other.
I have a question. If your man had everything you wanted in place, height, looks, money, status, maybe even, well, I'll leave that one out. Would you let him cheat or have other women every now and then?
No.
If you didn't know about it?
No.
No?
No, 100%.
Would you?
I believe if you are into someone, you don't look around. If it's real.
Are you a man?
No.
That's what I thought. What about you?
I wouldn't be okay with it. Just personally, I just feel like you're just feeding your ego. You got money to make, right? But you're over here dealing with 50 different
everything you want in
women.
place, you wouldn't like that.
You got money to make, right? You got everything in place, then you got a business, you got cars, you got to pay for my cars and all 8 years, and you're going to waste it on a woman?
On you?
No, you're going to waste it on one woman that can help you tear all that down. It's wasteful. Just to feed the ego. To me, I think it's just feeding your ego.
Nigga, I'm confused.
Ego.
So have multiple options. Okay, I get it. You guys made it. You guys are at your place in your status, right? You guys have your options already. I get it. But for me, I would just think it's like wasting my time.
Okay, so from your end, it's wasting your time.
My time and your time.
Interesting. And for you?
Realistically, no one wants that, but my main issue is random babies, random diseases, and losing what's
loyalty,
mine.
respect.
So
Jesus.
that becomes a problem for me.
Dom, how would you respond to that, bro?
I would ask, first, like, is everyone here believes in a God, right?
For sure.
Yes.
Do you think God makes mistakes?
Yeah, 100%.
Some do. Some say no. I would say he don't. And when you look at reality, man, if you look at nature, in all of nature, pretty much almost every mammal, they can only get pregnant once for several few amount of months. But it's true. It's biologically true that a man can get 1,000 people pregnant at once versus one woman being able to get pregnant. It's in your DNA. It's in your essences.
Is in that penis of y'all's that y'all putting in everybody is why we get germs and
if we didn't have clothes
and yeast infections and all that stuff because y'all over here fucking everybody.
But if we didn't have clothes and we didn't have society, our job would simply just be to repopulate. It wouldn't be none of this, any of this. It would just simply be just to repopulate.
Seeds
and if that would be the truth,
nah.
if that would be true, our job would be to repopulate with multiple women.
Are you answering to me though?
And no.
Oh, okay.
You mentioned we are the ones doing our little things out and about.
No, like most, I ain't gonna say. Listen, I know some girls that be thought about it, but I'm not condoning it. Absolutely not. I'm just saying, like, okay, y'all control the access to relationships. We just control access to pussy. So maybe if women were a lot more smarter and had more self-control to say no, then there wouldn't be so many men out here with the power to just say, I could get this girl, that girl.
Every bitch in Miami selling pussy.
I wouldn't sell it.
She's saying if that wasn't the case.
I just moved here and I'm seeing this. What do you mean? They deny access. They literally, women know how to say no.
Wasn't the case.
I
don't know about that. I don't think there's a lot of women saying no.
I think to your point, yeah, there are women that can somewhat say no to get paid, but your own statement says that if women are actually going to go ahead and stop access to sex, men will change. But if you don't, and it's easy, why would they wife you up?
That's true.
So
yeah, if it's easy to get to sex, that's why they're not. as willing.
Why
to,
buy the
right?
cow when I can just milk it for free?
That's true.
That's
So,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I'll take it. I'll take it a step further. I would say a lot of the girls don't offer anything outside of the sex either.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's most girls just offer sex and they're pretty useless outside of that.
Good point.
You know, because some guys there'll be some guys out there that will wife up a whore if she's useful, but the problem is that whores are useless, and like that's what ends up happening a lot of the time. So.
And it starts good and it ends terrible because they can't keep up with that
Yeah.
first look.
So, all right, and guys, by the way, we got 12,000 you guys watching live. Guys, do me a favor, like the video on YouTube, man. Get us to let's get to like 1,200, or no, we should be at 2,000
2K
live
at
viewers,
least,
man.
man.
We should be at least 50% engagement, man. So, guys, like the video; it'll help us a lot. As you guys know, we're demonetized on YouTube because YouTube sucks balls, and and we're banned on Twitch. So fuck Twitch. But yeah, like the video; it'll help us quite a bit. That's why we're most home base, man. What else do we got? Oh, no, we didn't come back to the question. Ladies, how would you fix the problems?
We'll start here. So just summarize dating in general, men and women. How would you fix the issue?
Yeah, your original problem was the grass is greener on the other side.
Options.
For both sides, that's you said that idea of
I
grass
think
greener.
if you just have a better mindset and wanting to date, you should be more patient with the person you chose, really, instead of just hopping around. But that's just how I think. Or like these women would say, fix yourself before you go out to date so you can attract better because you are better type of thing.
That's definitely what I
So
was
you're
gonna
saying
say.
patience is what everyone needs?
Not patience. If this person has what you want, it's like a little bit of like this can be fixable as long as it's not like crossing your boundaries. I don't see why you're leaving already.
So don't be too picky.
Yeah. As long as you're
Okay, who's that
understanding.
advice for, the men or the women, though?
Both of them.
Don't be too picky?
Okay, fine. Women.
Yeah.
Okay, now for the men.
I guess for a man to be in a relationship or to like have better outcomes, I guess to actually want it. That's all I could say to a man because I don't feel like they actually want to commit because like you said, they're getting whatever they want without having to do too much. So it's like as long as they have the background, they're fine.
Whose fault is that?
Both. That's the women's fault for sure.
I mean, she said earlier it's a woman's fault.
The women?
Mhm.
I agree with that.
Oh.
There's a lot of women that shouldn't be baby mamas right now.
Yeah. Men are at fault for their actions, but women do kind of allow certain things to get by. So it's like, okay.
For you?
I think the advice would go to both. It's just working on your self-development. Because then once you know yourself, you do better, you feel better about yourself, you carry yourself differently, your energy's different, and you're gonna attract different.
So you know your worth?
Yes, whoever said that.
Right,
Yes, I
cool.
do.
And that's for women and men?
Yeah, for both. I
How would
think
they
it
improve,
for-
though, to like solve the issues that like you mentioned earlier?
Because if you're okay, like for me, for example, I used to be like 50 pounds heavier
No
a few
way.
years ago.
You?
Yeah, and it took me just 3 months of focus and like affirmations, getting in the gym, and I shed 50 pounds. And I wasn't in the gym. Sorry, I wasn't in the gym in those 3 months. I was doing home workouts and changing how I ate. Lost 50 pounds, and then I got in the gym so I could get like the muscles and stuff like that. But yeah, just in those 3 months, I already was a confident person, but just seeing how people treated me, the type of options I was able to attract, and everything changed for me. It definitely is a self-development thing. Yeah.
So from the female's perspective, lose weight for the self-development. What about for the guys?
This way is funny. For the guys, I would definitely say same thing. Get in the gym. Focus on your mind, your mental. Focus on your circle that's around you. If your circle is not business minded, if you don't have anybody that you can be proud to be friends with, you need new friends. Definitely go out and network. Yeah, I think just working on your personalities too, because a lot of men are very scared to talk to women and like conversate with them, keep eye contact with them, and that's really why they lose that girl sometimes. They just don't have that like pizzazz. Keep the conversation going.
That Riz?
Yeah, that is.
Okay. For you?
Yeah, so that's the same I said in the beginning. You need to work on yourself. Get to know yourself so you can like decide, so you can choose what's aligned to you.
So that's for men and for women.
Yes.
Okay. And then you?
Definitely women accountability amongst each other and with ourselves. And then for men, I would definitely just say Probably just like slowing down. Like you don't have to explore every girl that like advertises that she has sex for sale or whatever. Like slow down. Yeah.
Wait, slow down what? Sex?
Yeah.
Why should we?
Why not?
Why not what?
What
Stop.
are you gating?
Like slowing down. Like why do you need to fuck everyone?
Because,
That throws it to you.
Because we could bust a nut every day for like 5 times a day.
Right.
So we need to bust a nut in something.
I mean, that's true, but wouldn't it feel better though if it was like coming from somebody that you actually have like some type of connection with?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes
With that pussy, yeah, it would be fun.
Yeah.
So hold on.
I mean, not really all the time, because like when you fall in love, sometimes the sex become a little bit more respectful. I mean, I know I've heard it like a lot of times, like it do, because when you love a woman,
I think that's
it's
your
not
case,
knowing.
huh?
Well, you look at someone that you like. I know many men when they get married, they don't treat them like a slut in bed no more. It's like, this is the mother of my children.
Yeah.
I can't do the same shit. Like I know a lot of married men that will say that.
That edge.
Wow.
So you
Like,
wouldn't,
yeah.
you don't,
Yeah.
you don't
They
choke
can't
her and
have that.
slap her up no more just
Yeah.
because you married
Most men
her?
when they get married,
Hey,
because they
sorry,
view their
my
woman
dick was
different.
disrespectful.
They don't view
So
her the
wait, can we
So
go
why
back
do
to
you
them
f-
divorces
That's
stuff?
the
Yeah, but
thing.
they don't view them the
so
same
you
way.
don't cause
So
it.
because they don't view them the same way, you said that creates this what? Like, do they have
A
to go
lust.
out and cheat?
Well,
do
just
they
a
have
lust,
to,
just
yeah.
to be primal. Same thing that women do. Women,
Yeah.
when their dudes are just being too soft, when women cheat, they're not cheating. They're cheating in the most brutal fucking ways.
Yeah.
Shit they husband won't do to them.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing. It's just a primal urge to be free, to be wild, to be aggressive. I don't know.
So
I just think
let's
it's
say you're-
human.
This man slows down. He says,
Mm-hmm.
"You know what? I'm gonna be picky. I won't fuck LaQuisha,
Right.
just Jackie and Becky."
Right.
But he says, "You know what? No connection here, man. It's not working out. Why still slow down?"
I just think more so from just like an energetical standpoint, like what are you gaining? Even like, yeah, you're coming, whatever, but what are you gaining
Whatever.
energetically from all of these different energies?
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like it takes so much to deal with women. Like even if it doesn't matter what form. As a man, or from a man's point of view, I know I'm not a man. What are you gain? Like how could you
But
really deal with that?
How would he
energetically?
know what's good and what's not good if he never had any experience?
Experience is important, but it still has to be some type of level to it, though. Experience doesn't have to necessarily mean sexual.
That's crazy, bro.
So let's keep it real here. If you meet a
Yeah.
guy, right, and let's
Mhm.
say, for example, it's the first month and there's no sex, would you be cool with that?
I mean, I would.
Okay. 2 months.
I think too much is like pushing it.
Let's say a month and a half.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
All right. So now you have sex with this guy and it sucks.
Right.
What do you do? What's
don't-
next?
You don't just leave. You work through it. Like if you like this person, you
That's the
talk
problem
through
now,
it.
because you don't put that time in. You could have just left.
Yeah, I'm
and saved
just
yourself
gonna lie.
point
A
is,
month ain't even enough
I understand
time.
slowing down for sure. That I get
Yeah.
what you're saying, but for a guy, he needs experience. So at this point, it's like, okay, if I slow down and I wait and I wait and I wait,
Mhm.
and then it sucks, you're gonna leave anyway.
Mm-hmm. It's inevitable.
So again, though, but why does every experience have to have sexual energy into it?
You're stuck with them every day.
The
They're
problem-
supposed to. They're supposed to turn down every other woman for you. So yeah,
Right.
it got to be pretty good. You know.
I mean, you have a car, right?
No,
You have a car?
no,
You have a pet?
yeah,
What do you have?
a Frenchie.
Before you went to buy a dog,
Yeah,
you know what you wanted, right?
exactly.
You did research, you looked it up.
Yes,
Where'd you buy it from?
like a actual like well-known breeder. Yeah,
Okay, so you went to see the breeder, right?
Yep.
And then you touched the dog, you pet it.
exactly.
Same thing with you. If you don't know the cat is good or not, or the dog is good or not,
Right.
why would you buy it?
Come on, analogy.
I mean, again, though.
Rough.
Again, though, like it's
That's a clip, bro.
no. I mean, again, though.
You know what, Fresh?
bro.
I mean, that was really fucked up. Though. That was like such a fucked up joke. But I mean, But again, like for me, it still ties into my original point of view, which again, I just don't see every experience have to be sexual. But that's just probably just me and my energy, though. So I can't speak on other people.
Yeah. Look, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, man, like for guys, we're hypersexual when it comes to like
100%.
touch, being with a girl.
Yeah.
So if that's not met at the beginning stages, we're kind of like wondering, okay, is it good? Do I even like this girl? And for you, it's like, okay, I could wait. But we're paying for dates. We're paying for a lot of stuff to make you happy because in the moment, we're courting you.
Right.
We're still waiting to find out if it's worth the squeeze.
Right.
So.
I mean, like, what do you offer other than sex, though?
Vegan food.
I mean, you're buying that shit for her.
I'm just a very unique experience person, so I don't even need to go like super in depth. But like a man will really.
No, please do. We have a.
So hold on.
No, a man will really.
So hold on.
Yeah.
I can get a.
No. We have time. Just one. Just give me one example.
Bro, you go on vacation, right? We have a nice timeshare over here. A great experience for you.
Right.
Are you a timeshare? Like,
oh God, no.
So okay, what are men getting from you, basically?
I just said like I'm a unique experience, so I think there's just so many layers to me. Whether it's like intellect, my business, my spiritual side. There's just so many layers to me. So I think he's going to gain like a new point of view on love and women and me.
You know you're bullshitting, right?
No, I'm not.
Bro, like the more you talk, the quieter he becomes. You know you're bullshitting, you know? I talked to him 5 years, man.
Okay.
Like I know a bullshit when I see one.
Let's try it.
I'm definitely not. I'm 100. Like again, like
you don't believe what you're saying right now.
I 100% I do.
You know
like,
what, Mo? Play it up. You don't play it back, man. You know, just go back.
I'm like, no, it's so true though. Like I'm a Gemini, and like you know, we're extremely.
Oh man.
Damn.
Yeah, there's just so many layers.
It's over.
So yeah.
You know she bullshitting, man.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Next person.
What?
Just to continue from what she's saying here, how would you add value to a man's life without sex? Like, other than sex, what do you give to a man?
Love,
Okay, love,
peace,
peace.
and like I don't know how to explain it, but like let's say confidence in building something with me.
So support.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Other than sex, how would you help your man?
I'm loving, I'm caring, I'm fun, I know how to cook, of course, clean.
Wait, how are you fun though?
I'm very adventurous. I'm spontaneous. Like, yeah, I'm a girly girl. I got my heels. I know how to model walk and catwalk, dance, choreographer,
No,
sport director, I edit videos, I
Chris, that's
film.
amazing, bro.
I can keep going.
Myra, that's dope, bro. That's fire.
I mean, like she said, she
I do
dances for
music
other people.
videos.
What?
Like, I do so much stuff. But no, like for real,
Nigga, she a
though,
queen, bro. That's just fire.
I really can help you like build your business. Like, I also ride motorcycles. Like, I get dirty.
Oh, really?
What have
I
you
like
built
hiking.
business-wise?
I mean, myself up. Like, what do you mean? I am a brand technically, so I have built myself up from scratch.
So you get a
As a
boyfriend.
dancer. I don't have a boyfriend. I'm single.
I'm saying if you get a boyfriend, the business is maybe marketing.
Mm-hmm.
How would you build that business for him? Make it
Well, more
exceptional?
so, he would have to like if he's a marketer, right? He would be marketing me. I'd be his example, right?
Got it.
Yeah. So whether that's like however he wants to rebrand me, like I guess like a photo shoot, right? Commercials.
So it's all about
This
you.
this is
It's all about you.
that's what I'm about to say, bro.
Well,
like,
no, I'm
he
saying
just,
if he's marketing, cause like if his marketing, if his business is marketing, he has to put somebody in a,
Dog,
in a
that's-
better.
that's crazy. That's the first
position.
thing you think about is putting you in mix.
I'm sorry. I'm a good example. I could be his
So
first
he
client.
market
What do
you.
you mean?
I'm saying, but he markets.
I could be
It's
his
not like
first
you don't
client.
already have product. He just said he's a marketer. Nigga could be employed. He could already have a business that he pushing.
Okay, if it's not me, right? I'm
No.
I'm thinking ground up type person, right?
Okay,
Okay,
fair.
fine. So he's already established.
Okay.
That's
Like,
what he's
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but
Or-
if he's already established, then I don't know much about like his business. So
Got it.
whatever he needs help with, then I would have to be there for that.
Okay.
Whether he needs like, okay, I guess answering phones for clients.
You want
Got
that
it.
shit, bro? What's up,
doing
nigga?
stuff like that, right?
What do you want?
So you would fit in where
Rebecca?
you can.
Yeah, fit in where I could the photographer because I know how to do that. I know how to edit. So like whatever it is.
Okay. And last but not least,
I think I'm a good partner or a good backup. Like I put pick up the pieces, put them together, maintain and hold them. If you want me to shut up, I'll be like the quietest person in the room. I don't think I'm that bad.
Yeah, y'all are pretty quiet.
Yeah, I am. So
So you're,
whatever you ask, I could try my best to provide it. No complaints.
Try your
so
best.
you're a support animal?
I could be that if you need it. I'm a little cat. I could take that.
All right.
Yo,
Okay.
Interesting. Guys, do me a favor. We are at 4,500 viewers on YouTube. Let's get the numbers up to
2K.
We should be at 2,000 easy.
At least.
50% plus engagement, man. You guys are too used to being ninja watchers. So like the goddamn video. All right, let's get to like 90% engagement, 100% engagement. We do it on Myron Gaines X all the time, man. So all us guys like the video, man. What do we got here? Raised from the CEO himself, DEI.
Knee.
Okay. 2 bananas. DEI.
Comedian.
Bro. Man.
Is he YouTube? We gotta
Okay,
use it.
4 bananas. Elden Ring Master. Hola Madrid. 6. No IQ. DEI luxurious champ. Okay, bro.
No.
All right, this is unreadable, bro. Why is that when a woman has doubts or suspicions, we call it intuition, but when a man shares the same feelings, he immediately labeled insecure, i.e., suspicion of infidelity? Interesting. Ladies, why do you guys call intuition, but you call men insecure?
No accountability. That's
Anybody
all.
have a response for that one?
I don't think that I wouldn't label that insecure though. Like I think both women and men they have intuition.
Okay, so you don't label insecure when a guy says, I don't like my girl going to, I don't trust her going to a nightclub.
Yeah.
It's just gaslighting. It's not a big deal.
So it's not insecurity?
No.
How old are you again?
31.
You're a little bit older, so. Yeah. Is that insecurity for you?
I mean, in that context, it's not necessarily an insecurity. He's just expressing like, hey, I kind of feel weird about you going out that night. That's not necessarily an insecurity.
What was the story that you guys wanted to cover?
From your X page?
I think I sent a few posts to the Telegram, and I had one from X. The one from the X post is really good, though. It's a
All
nice
right, let's
post.
do
We'll
it.
check it out.
Let's get into that.
All right.
The top. You want to give a background on the story real quick, Don, before we pull it up?
Yeah, let me make sure I got the right one. It's which story did I share?
Is
It was
3?
it was one of the ones we did on our show.
This one?
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
I did see this.
Yeah, that
Okay,
one.
yeah, this is interesting. All right, yeah, let's roll the clip. This is gonna be. Where's Fat Ass Chris?
We got it, bro.
All right.
All right.
Reasons. I mean, we've talked about this that often I date younger men.
Pause.
And a lot of it.
Pause. Just so people have a background. This is from the Michelle Obama podcast. Can we pull up her YouTube page real quick? Because this thing has been a failure.
It's horrible.
She's launched this podcast and it got like a whole bunch of people saying, "What the fuck is this shit?" etc.
Well, you know what's crazy? This actual interview going viral helped her. She got over 400K views on one of the.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, let me.
It's crazy.
Can we pull up the page real quick?
This actually kind of blew her up a little bit. So, we'll see. Because all you need is one big guest to say something crazy and go viral.
So I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, but granted, given the million, bro, this is like a chick that has like 100 million on like all her social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be hard to be getting.
And plus, she had
views.
everyone posted up too, bro. So many people posted up when it launched. So
Yeah.
that in addition.
Yeah, like the fact that. Those we got it.
Because her guest should be crazy, bro.
Yeah, just type in
yeah.
Michelle Obama. Well, the other thing
It's sort of in a.
she's gonna bring on like, clean A-listers.
Mm.
You know what I mean? What is it? Okay, so that 99K. Scroll down.
No, they picking that shit up now.
Yeah, it's picking up now.
200, 360.
Damn.
I really didn't even know she had.
I'm telling you, bro. Like,
But also, she could be botting as well.
Yeah, it's questionable.
A lot of people have been saying that they've been botting because obviously, like the controversy of her like starting this thing up and people saying it sucks.
The comments or no?
Go to the last video. I'll pull it up real quick for me.
look at the likes. Look at the likes real quick, or the comments. You can tell from that.
Might have
Normally.
like 60 comments.
Yeah, but she launched it like a month. or so ago.
it's sort of.
And, all right. Yeah, click that one. The last one with. Is that her? It's the Tracy girl. This the one?
Go to videos, Bills. Okay,
Yeah,
here we
Tracy
go.
Ellis. Okay, so this
That's the
got
viral
what?
one.
266 or 206. Scroll down real quick.
10K
Comments
okay.
were hilarious. Dating at 40, 50, and 60 not easy. My dad used to say you are a star. Be careful who you are. Okay, bring your own son so when they leave, you still shine. Interesting.
I mean, she's probably like taking off comments or some shit like that.
Yeah, a lot of people moderate comments.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
Hold
the
on,
thing
hold
on
on.
YouTube is to moderate comments, bro.
Hold on, I got you right now. Go to her videos, Bills. I'm gonna tell you right now if she's botting views. Go to her videos, and then go to
Oh, right.
come down.
Oh, 4.3.
See? Yeah. Go back
2
up.
7s, 8.
Yeah, see.
And that's with Kiki Palmer too, isn't it? Yeah.
Because last time I checked, her video had 30K likes, only had 10K views. That one of those had me like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's messed up. Then.
Oh yeah,
That's kinda weird.
Yeah, so they're definitely
but
botting here. But
even
yeah,
the shorts too. The short show, it was very low.
But either way, that one went viral though, so we'll play it.
The short show,
See what she said.
Oh yeah, we can play with the thing from Twitter. We can play it from Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it got a lot of slack, and I did a whole breakdown, by the way, guys, on why the podcast isn't was like failing and why she's botting and shit like that. And basically, I talked about how the Obama era kind of began the woke culture that we're like kind of combating now. Like in 2008, when Obama took office, he didn't just take office and become president of the United States. He ushered in like a whole different era of what I call this politically correct culture that the Biden administration continued on with. Because make no mistake about it, the Biden administration was nothing more than Obama's third term, basically. The dude was basically asleep at the wheel the whole fucking time. Obama was doing a lot of the meetings. Obama was meeting with the foreign dignitaries and cutting a lot of the deals. So anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and play this clip with this woman, Tracy Ellis Ross. Wait.
Oh, from Girlfriends.
Mo, can you do me a favor and do an early life on her real quick? Ross is interesting.
Reasons. I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because...
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a
Several
great dinner.
snaps
We
on that one.
had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, but why? And I said, well, maybe because I can.
Yes. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's.
It's fun. It's very fun to share.
Tracy Tale.
That nigga brother.
Pause.
Weird,
We did an early life check. She has one of them boys. I fucking knew it. Anyway,
Ross.
But
I'm sorry.
But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
Because I want a partner. And so often, and it's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize and I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again.
Okay.
Interesting.
And how old is she? 50? If I'm not mistaken? 52. She's 52 years old. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get the latest thoughts on this. Who wants to... We can start here and work our way. What are your thoughts? Agree, disagree with her? Is that what you experience with older men as well in that age range? What are your thoughts?
Remember, she's dating younger people because it's...
Yeah. I agree with some parts of it. But I do think the like toxic masculinity thing can go either way. It can be older or younger. So I personally wouldn't agree with that part there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my opinion.
What does that mean, toxic masculinity?
In
your opinion?
Yeah, I don't really know for her case, but in mine, it would just say, definitely not for me, like monogamy, like not wanting to be with that, controlling, things of that nature.
Insecure.
Yeah.
I would say that's femininity, controlling and things like that. That's not really being a man.
Right. That's, yeah.
Can you describe controlling specifically?
Yeah, just, not wanting you to be your own person. Like, I think that's pretty much that. Like, whatever that means for you, I just think controlling means, like, trying to remove you from who you truly are.
Who you are.
Yeah.
Right.
Free.
What if who you are is a whore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
he shouldn't be with her. I mean, that's your fault. Why are you trying to change a whore? You met her as a whore, so you're liable for that. So, like, I mean, it's true.
Or she has behaviors that could lead to that. Why not protect her from herself?
I mean, if she has behaviors that lead to that, again, you're still like, you have a chance to walk away. Again, you really can't expect anyone to really truly change for you. You can only expect them to want to make improvements of things within themselves. So
We had a girl.
Would you say that most women have
Yeah.
male friends to
No.
some degree? You don't think so?
I don't think so, no. I mean, I don't,
Okay.
so yeah.
Do most women have like maybe a circle of friends that they might go out with and hang out with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do most women listen to what their friends say?
Depends. I mean, in some cases, yeah.
Depends on the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do most women think that men and women are equal?
No, 100%.
You don't think so?
No.
I feel like we
I
should be
think most
equally
women believe
respected,
that.
but we're not equal.
I don't think, I think we both have like differences when it comes to seeing each other as equal on both sides, yeah.
Interesting. All right. I'll come back to that then.
Yeah.
Question for you, real quick. We had a girl on the show the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and I think she lives in Idaho or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, she had a baby daddy, and before I think she wanted to strip, she said, "Hey, listen, I want to ask you if I should strip or not. Should I go down this path, do this career, or should I just stay home with the kid?" And he said, basically, do what you want. Now, obviously, he regretted that choice of telling her to do that,
Right.
and then said, "No, you can't do it." Was he controlling, insecure, or was he right?
I would definitely say he was right, because at that point, like, more consulting should have been done amongst each other. Like, you know, who knows why he said that, like, do what you want in that moment. It could have been anger, could have been frustration. So again, like, more context could have been used.
But now
and a
his baby mother
resolution.
is a stripper.
Right. And he has every right to be upset.
But
He can walk
could have
away.
saved her if he was
Yeah.
controlling.
I don't think so. Because I don't think nobody is truly, like, nobody really is meant to be controlled in that type of way. You can't change who nobody is. She was that was already in her.
No, she's young, impressionable, and
Right.
her man, she's seeking guidance from her man.
Right.
If you call that being right, I
And then
question
another
because-
question would have to be too, like, why did she feel like she needed to step away and start providing and making money? Like, this man, I mean, that's his baby mama. She should feel confident enough to not feel like she has to go out and do that.
I agree. There should have
Yeah.
been some type of like strong sentiment that he's going to take care of her. But again,
Yeah.
just for argument's sake here, either way, her asking him is because she wants his obviously, choice to make here.
Of
So I
course.
think at that point alone, if he says to her, "Listen, I don't like this. This is bad for you," that's not controlling.
It's just guidance.
It's just guidance.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that's controlling, no. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's like controlling. Maybe. No, I wouldn't say that, no.
All right.
All right. For you, the video.
Thoughts on the video in general?
Forgot it.
In general,
50-year-old men, are they controlling or toxic masculinity? Is she saying? You agree or disagree?
I have no idea. I haven't dated a 50-year-old man.
All right, well, older, maybe
Older.
40, 30s, I don't know.
No clue. I mean, I don't think it depends on the age. I think it depends on the mindset of the person.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Profound.
Finally.
What about you?
I kind of agree with her too. It's definitely a mindset thing. I've dated people who are in their 40s or 50s. Not all of them are toxic. If anything, more of them.
Define toxic masculinity or toxic.
Like the way that she's describing, I would say. I don't know what she's been through though, as far as like what toxic masculinity looks like for like a 50, 60-year-old man. I'm assuming back then they want you to be married in the house. I'm just trying to put the picture, but they probably want her in the home, married, not really going out to all the events that she has to go to. So she probably feels controlled in that sense because that is her identity, her being Tracy, So maybe that's what they mean.
All
For you?
I think what I find toxic is like if a guy were to tell you to stay home, cook, clean, and have kids, and then he's like pouncing on you for that, like, oh, you ain't shit, you just cook, clean, and have kids. It's like, well, that's a little annoying. You're like kind of forcing me to do that, and then like making me feel like I'm nothing. So sometimes I understand why I'd rather walk away and do something else. But I think, like they said, it's case by case, like a person's mindset. It doesn't really matter about age. It's just someone thinks I'm a man, so I can like kind of like be an asshole type of thing. But other than that, it's like whatever.
Dom, you hear all the answers here, bro. What's your summary of that video?
I'll just say she's completely delusional, man. Being gaslit from being in this country for too long. If she was in somewhere like UK or some country with, well, UK doesn't have common sense, obviously, but a country with some common sense, I don't think she would have got to that point. But I find it odd that only men, we get labeled. Like, women put these labels on us, like toxic masculinity, and it's manipulation. Because now that you've given us a label on what our essence is, now you put us in a position to question if we need to change it. We never say there's no such thing as like toxic femininity. We just say there's toxic bitches. Because if you add a label to an action or who they are as a person, like they're talking about being dominant or even like telling you to sit down or stay put, that's a natural man. If you're actually adding a label on what's natural, you can then try to sell a story to tell people things about it need to be changed. We just say women are toxic. We don't say the whole essence of a woman is. But when you say toxic masculinity, it takes it out the scenario of it being man versus like a man by man basis. It's on all men when you try to say all of masculinity is toxic. I don't understand why we get these labels. It's almost like they nerf us. They can't just sit there and admit that they just ran into bad niggas. Instead of calling it all toxic masculinity, it's just a toxic person. But masculinity itself, it should never get a label of ever being toxic. Masculinity isn't toxic. Femininity isn't toxic. There's masculine men that's just bad. There's feminine women that's just bad. But I don't really think the label itself should even exist.
They're demonizing a man being a man, basically.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Instead of just demonizing a bad man.
Yeah.
There's no point to demonize masculinity as a whole if you're just running into a bad man.
Good point.
Interesting. Guys, let's get the likes up to 3,000. You know, all right. So, look, I'll give you guys my take, but we got to get the goddamn likes up, man.
Yeah,
Fresh,
man.
what's your thoughts on this, man? You guys got to get the engagement up. We will be cutting the rumble somewhat soon.
Yeah.
But guys, get the engagement up. Let's get to 3,000 likes. I'll give you guys my take on this because I do think that there's a lot of different things going on here. Fresh, what's your take on
Yeah, so for a long time, people were mad because they were getting a reality check. A lot of women were dating guys and they saw this content and they said, you know what? I need to be the man for the household and lead. And they would do just that. They would lead, be, not controlling, but they'll be like more like dominant, more of a man in the house. And women were like, you know what? It's good, but I feel like he's controlling. From TikTok videos, they say, oh, this guy's controlling you. So just a narrative of being social media itself and I would say the feminine prerogative, it made it seem like men were being toxic. Reality, they're just being men.
Yeah. And
that actual direction people were going in meant that if you were actually being a man, you were seen as bad.
Yeah.
So what happened was this whole thing shifted from men being traditional to men just being bad people for being men. Because
what they considered traditional was then labeled toxic.
And Hollywood did a good job of putting it into movies, cartoons, making men seen as a bad guy. So as a result, if you're a real man nowadays, you're seen as bad. And most guys know that, yo, damn, I don't be seen as a bad guy.
Yeah.
I want to smash. So they go towards what's easier.
Yeah.
Women are like, well, I want a nice, soft guy that understands my emotions. No, you don't. Because when you get that, you're like, oh, I can walk all over this guy. He's too soft. He's too easy to read. I'm bored. And then they go cheat and leave. So I think that, yes, men should still be men, even though the narrative is if you're being a man and leading, you become kind of like this evil person. And it's not true because men want guys that are dominant. It is what it is. Like, they may say different, but they really want dominant men.
Yeah.
So,
really, following up that bullshit will leave you out here single and alone and constantly being played on. Like, it ain't that you just got to treat women like shit, but at the same time, it's natural. A woman got to know that she can be protected. And just naturally, a person that's overly nice, it feel like another nigga can tell you what to do, tell you to sit down and you sit like that. No woman wants that because it's not really about you protecting yourself. It goes back to her and then she's like, you want me to bury your kids? How you can protect that?
And it goes back to your point you said earlier. You said women are leading the dating marketplace. And we just did a question here, our own panel question and answers. And the things you guys said, it wasn't all bad, but I have a hard time understanding what you actually meant. Which means if we're taking your lead on things in dating, we're cooked. And honestly speaking, the West is done, bro. Like, dude, dating is so fucked up.
Yeah.
We were in France last week, and there's couples everywhere. People are still dating, still having good experiences. But other countries have figured out a way to still maintain traditional relationships. But in America, like thanks to TikTok, people's opinions about how men should be and women leading the actual front of dating, we're more of a reaction people now. So, for example, on TikTok they said, if you do this, you're a bad person. So now I won't do that.
Yeah.
Versus being a man is just like, hey, this is the rules. This is what I am. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, I agree. It's like they're adding a nurse literally on what's being a man. Any of the natural qualities of being a man, they saying it's toxic. That way they can try to subtract that out of American culture, have women lead the country, lead these relationships, and just end up, at the end of the day, I do believe when we're 60, 50, Generation Z and millennials, we'll be the most lonely generations in American history. I truly do believe that. And that's thanks to the times that we have right now. Like, another thing that a lot of people say that we're actually, for the first time, starting to see the end result of bitches having OnlyFans. You know, it's still a new system compared to like just typical porn. We're seeing kids now starting to commit suicide because their parents are, OnlyFans stars, and a lot of them are actually notable, etc. We didn't see that growing up because the process had to start. We're seeing the end results of women leading the dating market. It's ending in depression. It's ended in suicides. It's even ended in some people changing their entire identities and genders.
Less childbirth. We did that picture analysis. They said too many kids.
Yep.
Understandable. Times are harder. Money's needed. But back in the day, that was, I want more kids than 2 or 3. I want like 5. So, yeah, you're right. 100%.
And I believe that's because men were leading the market back then. They said they needed multiple kids. That was mainly a male narrative because they wanted heirs. It was different. They wanted to leave something behind. You needed like 4 or 5 kids to work a farm and things. Back then, they had kids and they had jobs as soon as they were about able to walk. So you needed to have a little army around. It was different. You made more money with more kids opposed to less.
Good point.